Welcome to our novel, Sons of Power. Hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already.
The passing of Emperor Kauri Alexandros of Roman Polynesia signaled the beginning of a new era in European expansion. The man who was portrayed as ruthless, barbaric or savage was no longer standing tall before the aspirations of the likes of France and Great Britain, who renewed hostilities to conquer the vast Kitonganese realm, then under the leadership of Emperor Richard Mazembe. For Kauri Constantine, the newly crowned emperor of Roman Polynesia, staying true to a father's last wishes was a duty. With their mother still alive, though she excluded herself from the realm of Kitonganese politics and warfare, the twin sons of the late Kauri Alexandros showed undeterred resolve in the first decade of the renewed hostilities. The bond between the Wabonga and the Wahitawahi remained strong, but the immense oceans that separated them made it arduous and costly to resist the expanding presence of European powers in Central Africa. Furthermore, the ascent of Napoleon to power in France added further complications, as the charismatic French leader proved to be a formidable strategist, involving himself even in the battlefields of Loango and Kitonga. Following the passing of his mother in 1810 and under mounting pressure from his court to prioritize domestic progress over a prolonged overseas war that no longer directly impacted the empire, adding to the fact that his brother was not the renowned strategist their father was, Emperor Kauri Constantine was compelled to sign a peace treaty with Britain and France. The treaty ensured peace with these nations as long as he refrained from interfering in their conflict against his twin brother. Emperor Mazembe, while perceiving this arrangement as a betrayal, recognized that his brother had acted in the best interest of his people. Ultimately, the backstabbing treaty was signed in 1811, and Roman Polynesia opted to maintain a neutral stance, redirecting its focus as a nation towards internal affairs and the development of their new holdings in the Atlantic Ocean. Britain, France, and Kitonga remained embroiled in war for another 3 decades. Following the passing of Emperor Mazembe and the involvement of Belgium in the conflict, Kitonga was eventually conquered. Emperor Tinariwen IV, son of the late emperor, was compelled to sign an unfavorable peace treaty in 1847. He was stripped of his imperial title and forced to accept the lesser title of king, ruling over a significantly diminished realm known as Sanya, which corresponded to the original borders established by Lord Tinariwen I in the 13th century. Belgium annexed the vast Kiwandan territories. France took control of the states of Kitonga and Loango, while Britain claimed the majority of Kitonga. The Kitonganese people felt abandoned by their former ally, and diplomatic relations with both courts remained stagnant for decades. Following his exile in 1750, the deposed King Makarios Pelopidas of New Thessaly and his loyal supporters made their way back to Europe, landing in Malta towards the end of 1752. He intended to involve himself in Greek affairs, hoping to plant seeds of rebellion against the Ottomans. However, it was Makarios' grandson, Richard Epaminondas, who fervently championed the cause of independence and led a series of rebellions against the Ottomans in Greece from 1790 to 1821. Emperor Kauri Constantine of Roman Polynesia, recognizing the unwavering determination of his distant relative to fight for their shared ancestral homeland's freedom, generously sponsored the young prince, providing both military assistance and financial support to the revolution. France, Britain, and the Sadovian Empire were among the other European powers that also contributed to the cause. Through the collective efforts of these nations, Greece finally achieved its hard-fought independence from the Ottoman Empire in April 1830. Later that year, Lord Richard Epaminondas was crowned King of Greece, with the aging Emperor Kauri Constantine present at the momentous occasion. The event held great significance for the emperor, who considered it a pilgrimage to the land of his ancestors, the Palaiologos. During his stay, a particularly poignant moment occurred when both monarchs knelt and prayed at the tomb of Richard I, expressing their gratitude to God for the historic victory against the Ottomans. Emperor Kauri Constantine then returned to Roman Polynesia, while King Richard Epaminondas led Greece into a period of prosperity and growth. The twin sons of Kauri Alexandros were no longer in speaking terms after the withdrawal of Roman Polynesia from the battlefield. The stench of betrayal was vivid among the Kitonganese nobility, and the Roman Polynesian side did little to repair the damage, enjoying unprecedented prosperity through trade with the United States and Iberian colonies. Scribes of Lord Kauri Constantine did record words of regret he shared on his deathbed. "I should have been brave, father. I'm sorry I failed you." His last words ever recorded. These shocking words shook the minds of those in the room, as an elderly woman of the Wahitawahi clan added, "The spirit of Lord Kauri Alexandros will not rest while Empress Nzinga weeps." A statement that gave way to a heavy and dark atmosphere in the room, as nobles felt guilty about abandoning Kitonga in its war with Belgium, Britain and France. I look at the record of Lord Kauri Constantine, and I agree that he probably made the right choice, since in the end he prospered his empire and participated to the liberation of Greece, the land of Richard I. However, when I see what became of Kitonga afterwards, I cannot help but think we should have fought harder. Thank God for Emperor Paul Alexander. Upon Emperor Kauri Constantine's passing in 1839, his son Richard Tawiri ascended the throne of Roman Polynesia. He spearheaded significant economic reforms that transformed the empire, earning him the moniker the Investor due to his substantial investments abroad, particularly in Greece. He acquired lands, farms and real estate, solidifying his presence in the country. Lord Tahiri entered into marriage with 3 maids from the Waika and Wahitawahi clans, and together they bore him 7 sons. He attempted to establish contact with Kitonga, but in vain, as access to the Sanya realm was tightly controlled by European powers. Fearing that insisting may start a war, he gave up trying to contact the Wabonga clan. Upon his death in 1874, the youngest of these sons succeeded him as emperor, carrying forward the rich legacy of the Roman Polynesian Empire.
In the next episode, Emperor Paul Alexander of Roman Polynesia makes an unusual choice for a bride, one that comes with extreme political consequences. We hope you enjoyed this video and would be grateful if you liked it. And subscribe to our channel for more content like this one. We are looking forward to our next upload. See you soon. Cheers!